Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the only iPhone 12 update you need to know is this. Yeah, it's still got a really annoying notch there. It's really annoying. Yeah, that's all you needed to know. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to vidIQ, the YouTube tool, the YouTube channel, and the YouTube Learning Academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. And hopefully this week, everybody can hear me, because I can guarantee you that I have unmuted my microphone and you got that first joke. You are watching a newly minted, newly crowned Nobel winner of the Economics Award that I won yesterday. Do Google that. That is not a joke. I am a now highly renowned expert on auction theory, apparently. So do make sure to Google me. Rob Wilson, Nobel Prize winner for economics. Other non-winning Nobel Prize winners we have in house are Travis. Hello, Travis. You're coming hot off the actual iPhone announcement. Anything interesting to tell us?
Just all the things. That's why there's less people in the chat right now, because everyone's watching the Apple. Everyone's watching it. Everyone knows. Everyone cares.
Pretty much. Any big announcements there? I saw that there was an iPhone 12 mini. Was there?
There's a mini, which is small. I know you like small phones.
Yeah.
So that might be up your alley, and starting at like $600. So we'll see. Lots of video things and very cool stuff. All
right then, and probably someone who's not interested in iPhones at all is Dan. As always, Dan, hello, welcome to you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm more excited about their ad not being on the internet anymore than anything else, because that thing, the Looney Tunes logo ad they made, overran my Twitter feed for weeks.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, the Looney Tunes thing. What was that?
Yeah, it's the Apple logo in the middle of some circles, and it just reminded me of the Looney Tunes logo.
Okay, gotcha.
I see, yeah. That took a little bit of explaining. All right, and thanks, Dan. As clear and coherent as ever. Let's go on to the chat, and we're going to welcome some of you here. The question I want to ask you this week, as you say hello, we're only going to shout out the people who answer this question. We want to know where you are in the world right now and possibly what time it is, and then we'll say hello to some of you. For example, Rob here from vidIQ, and it's 11 o'clock because that's the time that we go live every single week. Dan, where are you this week?
I am on the internet.
Yes.
And the time is whatever time it is for everybody else, because time zones are silly.
Thank you, Dan. Continue to not really join in a conversation here. Travis, where are you from?
I'm in Seattle, and it is 11 o'clock.
All right, two West Coasters here. All right, we're going to say hello to the following people here who have replied, and they are Waffle Edits, who's in England. It's 7 p.m. there. Isari is in Georgia, which means that it must be 2 p.m. there. We've got Sam Redwin Plays, also in the UK. The Cool Pickles in the USA. Sam Redwin Wins was in the UK. And we have, who is this, from Cape, Florida. The chat goes so quick, and for some reason it doesn't pause, which is really quite frustrating. Nino Music in the Netherlands. We've got X021541. I think you may want to look at that channel name because it's a bit too long to pronounce, but you are in Thailand, and wow, that is hardcore. It is 1 a.m. for you. Thank you for joining us so late here. And we've also got Eat Happy, who's in the Kingdom of Bahrain, and it's 9 p.m. there. Dan, who are we saying hello to, and where are they from for you?
All right, Blurry Rob, let's see what we got here. We have Juggernaut from Mississippi. It's 1 in the afternoon over there. We have Clarissa from the Philippines, 2 a.m.
Wow, more commitment there.
Let's see. GXG Precision is in Texas. And who do we also? Geez, we have a lot of people from the UK. I saw some from Arizona. XN Freeze. And how about one more? One more. Okay, it's moving too fast. Hold on. California. Someone from California. It's Floki Green.
And to wrap us off, Travis, who are you saying who to and where are they from?
We got, oh my goodness, Ty and Don at Boston. I actually do this in my live streams. I love doing this. Max Ultra. I think that's South Africa, 9 p.m. Let's see. Flaming Shane, 11:40 p.m. in India. And let's do. I saw Game Boy Arib. It says hi, and another India from Vicky at 11 p.m.
You know what we should do? I think in the future we should ask people to write like their resume as a comment, because it takes them so long to write down that the chat goes a little bit slower, so we can say hello to some people. Anyway, thank you all for contributing as always. Welcome to the vidIQ Tuesday channel audit live stream. And for those who are regulars, you may want to start making your tweets now for memes of the week. For those who are new to this, give us a hashtag new maybe in the chat while you watch exactly how this live stream works every single week. vidIQ channel audits are all about helping you become better YouTubers. To submit your channel for possible review, in the video description of this live stream, there is a link that will take you to this simple form. Fill it out, and prior to the stream, we will pick out several channels for review. Channel audits are free. We offer them as part of the vidIQ YouTube service, and we can't be bribed. While super chats are always welcome, they will not buy you a channel audit. We do not want to create a financial barrier to this weekly community get-together. The live chat exists so that you can all converse with the community. Don't ask for channel audits. During a live stream, the hosts don't have time to read them, and moderators will put you in timeout. And speaking of moderators, I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for supporting us every single week to make sure that this show gets up and running. It really is appreciated. We get hundreds of submissions every single week, and unfortunately we can't audit every channel. To ensure your channel has a fair chance each week, we purge the list, and after we audit pre-selected channels, we randomly choose which channels get audited. We only have so much time in a day to audit your channels, but if you download the vidIQ extension, our 24/7 channel audit tool will offer you tailored advice specific to your YouTube channel. If you haven't already done so, download vidIQ for free today. A link is in the video description. If you submit your channel, expect constructive criticism. We assume you want to grow your audience on YouTube, and that is what our advice is based on. Appreciate that we are viewing your channel for the first time. If we get something wrong, we didn't do it on purpose. It may be that your messaging and branding isn't doing the job it's supposed to do. And make sure to listen to the advice we give to all channels, not just yours. Test everything. Some strategies will work better for some channels, whilst it won't work for some channels at all. Always review the data YouTube gives you and then test again. Thumbnails are a topic that come up time and time again, so to help you with that, we've put together both a playlist on our channel and a dedicated vidIQ Academy course. Links to both are in the video description of this live stream. We always appreciate it when you click on the thumbs up button. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell so that you know when we next go live. And do us a favour, folks, if you do find this live stream useful, share it with at least one other video creator who you think could benefit from our advice. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right then, final bits of housekeeping before we jump into our channel audits. We continue to support the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund through any super chats, so those are greatly appreciated. I will try to remember to shout them out as always. We get upwards of about 1,000 submissions for channels every single week. We do apologise that we can't audit every single channel, but as I say every single week, even if your channel doesn't get audited itself, there are many good things that channels do and mistakes that channels make that you can apply to your own channel. So really pay attention to what we're saying when we look at all of these channels. And like we did last week, we're going to have this kind of group therapy session somewhere in the live stream where we all contribute to auditing some channels, and you can add your expertise in the chat and then we can talk about it along in this live stream. So with all of that being said, Dan and Travis, are you ready to jump into some channel audits? Can you see my screen?
I can.
Then
Didn't we do this last week? Didn't we do this?
That worries me. I'm pretty sure we haven't done this F1 channel before.
Okay.
No one can see it just yet, but here it is. Matt Bougairja. I hope I pronounced your channel right. The F1 channel. We may have done it in the past, Travis, but what's usually my telltale sign of whether we've done something like this before is the thumbnails, and I just cannot remember seeing these thumbnails because I think these are very high quality thumbnails and they kind of fit the F1 vibe you might get with these certain fonts and the glowing text. And I think that's one of the stronger points of the channel as we begin to look at this one. So yeah, Travis, I think we're going to be having some gaming channels after this. So if you want to chime in here before we move into something else, what do you think on this one?
It looks like a gaming channel at first. That's actually what I thought it was.
Okay.
Initially, I think maybe that's the confusion because video games nowadays look so good.
That is true.
Especially the racing ones.
Yeah, especially racing ones. They look just like real things. Anyway, so I don't know if F1's going on right now. Is it? Can someone?
Yeah, it is. The midway through the season right now, so he's reporting on like Lewis Hamilton winning, and then a Grand Prix that took place at the weekend. So this is all topical F1 stuff.
Mm-hmm. So there's lots of previews and rewards and stuff. I think one thing that is really important for niches that are kind of big or whatever is adding commentary, adding your own spin to it. And I think what you'll find is that those are the ones that end up doing really well, unless you have like a news story that no one else is covering. I always recommend like giving your own commentary and giving your own kind of feel and thought to it. I see a lot of preview stuff, so I'm assuming that's kind of what you're doing, and that's what you want people to come back for, that even if the season is off, you can still talk about it and people will still come back and watch. So make sure that when you're doing like the news stuff and such, that you are making sure that you're putting your own personality in there so people come for you and not so much the content, so to speak.
Yeah, what are your sort of initial thoughts on this one, Dan?
I'm kind of looking at the old thumbnails compared to the new ones, and I actually think the old ones were looking a little bit clearer.
Okay. So let's just take a quick straw poll here, folks. In the chat, do you prefer the old thumbnails or the new thumbnails? So for me, I'm sort of just gravitating a little bit towards the new ones, and I think it's a text. I like the text format there. And just quickly, Travis, what do you think? Old or new? Just as I just scroll up and down them.
I like the really sharp red, mainly because it'll stick out regardless if you're in dark mode or light mode.
Yeah.
I'm always about that. The darker background stuff does have a nice contrast against the white background, but if someone's using dark mode like I do, it just disappears. So I always like to go with the sharper, tighter colors.
So you're gravitating more towards these older ones then?
Personally, but check your click-through rate.
Absolutely. I think they're both of a high quality. I'm going for the top ones, you're going for the bottom ones. So I think there's certainly a debate going on there. But Dan, go ahead.
What's making them less sharp, like with the text, is the glow on the text is kind of making it.
I quite like that.
I like the glow, but I think it should be like a different color than the text, so it would pop off a little bit more. Because I like that there's a different image in these, like there's a different focus in these new thumbnails. But the text with the way some of the colors are, some work better than others. It's a nitpick if anything, because like you said, these are good thumbnails. I do agree with that. But I've noticed the older ones seem sharper.
Mm-hmm. And so any other thoughts? We must have been looking at thumbnails, which I think are of a good quality. The one thing I wanted to pick out is that although the channel is mainly focused on F1, they did just deviate. I mean, this is a bit like a video game player who's maybe transitioning from one game to another, but sticking in the same genre on topic. And they did that with, as Travis beautifully mentioned, Le Mans down here. And look at the view counts for these videos here, which were well up on the channel average. Now, Le Mans, as far as I'm aware, is a 24-hour race, and it only happens once a year. So there's not much coverage to look at there. But when they just tested something differently, it was a real success for the channel. Now, you can't pivot to that, I think, for the duration of a channel, but it was good to see that the channel is experimenting here and there. Any other thoughts just generally about maybe the titles or like the general theme that I can see on the videos from either of you two?
No, I mean, it's nice. The text is nice. It's easy to read. That's always important if you're going to put text on a thumbnail. But I think just taking some of that stuff we've said, we'll move them to the next level.
All right. So if there's nothing else to mention here, we'll move on to the next channel. This was the first channel that submitted that we haven't audited before, as far as I'm aware. Another channel did submit, but that channel has already been audited. But I'm saving them for a section later on where we just quickly revisit channels that have already submitted in the past. This is the first gaming channel that submitted this week. And I know we haven't audited this one before, Dan, because we've never looked at a channel called Jack Gunner, but it's nearly got 200 subscribers and seems to be very recently focusing on FIFA cards, FIFA 21 card game it looks to be. So I'm just going to slowly scroll up and down, Dan, and give me your sort of initial thoughts on this channel.
So this channel looks like it had a really hard pivot because they were doing some Avengers live streams and Spider-Man live streams and stuff like that. So you could have said it's a Marvel gaming channel for a minute there. Then I see some Call of Duty, some Ghost Recon. So right now it looks like they are pivoting to the advice of like, okay, I'm going to like stick to a niche. However, if this channel's history is any indicator, they're going to do this for probably about this many videos and then move on again.
Given history, yeah.
I come from a place of experience here. This is exactly how I used to do YouTube. I would play a game for a while, and then when I got tired of it, I'd pivot to a new game. I would always try to keep it within the same genre, which you are not currently really doing. But I would fall into this trap of, okay, here's episode 1. And episode 1 typically did pretty good. Usually people want to watch something, and they always type in part 1 into search if they're looking for that kind of content. But every part, you see the numbers start to dip more and more and more. By the time you get to part 12, you have 17 views. You're posting daily content, which a lot of people say you should do. I would disagree. And, quality over quantity. If you have time to make quality daily videos, absolutely. But if you have school, a job, anything else going on, you're going to spend more of that time, I think, making better thumbnails, doing better editing, doing some more keyword research, and every video you post, maybe 3 a week, come out a lot better. So I fell into that trap too. All these things, I'm speaking from experience. I did episode numbers, I did very generic titles, and I tried to do daily videos, and it burned me out on every game I was playing so quickly. So some general advice for you would be to try to narrow it down to one topic. If it's going to be games that feature cards like this, microtransactions and things like that, try to stick in like the FIFA world or even the sports world if you want to branch out eventually. Here we go. Thumbnails were going to be the next thing. I was going to say, get rid of the numbers on the thumbnails. It's kind of a turnoff when it says it's the 12th installment. Like, do you really need to see the 11th installment to understand which cards you're showcasing in the 12th installment? So you're kind of basically telling people, go back and watch part 1 before you watch part 12. Go watch the whole series through.
Just in here, there is a creator here who is doing exactly that. It looks as if they're doing episode numbers. Now the difference is perhaps with this creator is they are a huge channel, they're well established, and they have license to do this type of thing because maybe the subscribers want to know when they're doing a particular episode of something. But I think we continue to generally recommend that each video needs to stand on its own 2 feet because you're relying much more on discoverability through search rather than episodic suggested video content at this stage. Obviously that can change in the future.
Right.
But I mean, this one person is dominating here, or a couple of creators are dominating with these. Not all of them are doing it, but there are some who are doing it.
Look at the one thing we notice about all these thumbnails, whether it's a game character or the YouTuber themselves, somebody is in that frame. And you can see the whites of their eyes, and they're kind of drawing us in. It's hard to take a picture of a little card and make it the focus of your thumbnail. But that's what the video's about. What are you supposed to do? And these channels have gotten very creative.
Yeah, there's a couple of creators here just completely flooding this FIFA Road to Glory market with their content. It's like,
keep in mind, too, Rob's zoomed in quite a bit right now for our own benefit. But these thumbnails are going to look a lot smaller, so these might kind of look busy when you're looking on regular YouTube.
That is true.
If you're going to do part numbers, if it's just that essential to you, I always say try and keep them out of your thumbnail, or at least don't make them so prominent, because you're not really putting text minus the episode numbers. And it's kind of like, I got to put something in this thumbnail. Try and put the part number at the very end of your title, so that way the people who want to keep up can keep up. But invading your entire thumbnail with an episode number is really, in this case, the wrong way to go.
Yeah. A final thing to say here is that, Dan, you were mentioning that this creator is going through like a similar journey that you went through, and this is like all content in the last month, essentially. Look how many videos I've done.
Oh, that's a month. Wow.
Close to 50. But you're doing that thing where you let's play something to a certain extent, then let's play something else, and then let's play something else. And I'm not going to say it's not working because you started with video views in the less than 30, I would say, in this first series. Now with this latest series, you're kind of getting 50 to 100 views, so there is some development there, which is great to see. And I'm wondering whether we should have a quick discussion about quality versus quantity. And I think we should. Yeah, let's quickly do that. So Dan, you talked about spending a bit more time making quality content.
Yep.
Travis, what do you think about this?
I think it depends on your niche. You should never put out terrible content, and not generally.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on your niche. Sometimes you have to do something quick. Like, for example, can I just talk example about my channel? So
this is kind of a good segue.
Might as well. So I just put this video out quickly from last night, and in 15 minutes I have just under 1,500 views. Well, I have 1,500 views in 15 minutes.
Yeah. So let's quickly look at this then. Right.
That's timely. That's being timely. So literally, I released this the minute that the Apple update or the Apple thing was done, and it is kicking off right now. So sometimes you have to be timely with a video. If something big is happening, if you do, like, we have a lot of people who do like Disney channels. If like Disney Park, where they go to the park and stuff. If like Disney announces a new ride, if you can get your video out quickly, especially if you can ride it first, you're gonna really reap the benefits. If you do a video game channel and you can download the patch and do a patch video quickly, you will reap the benefits. So
I have an example for you if you want to go to mine.
Do it.
Whoa, blimey. Forget about your channels, folks. We're just going to talk about ours all.
Well, no, these are good examples. So I agree completely with Travis. Like, timely content, so important. So go to mine on a Sunday, which I never upload on a Sunday. You see my top 5 117 editions video. 2,000 views. That video was late. They did the broadcast of this new Minecraft 117 thing the day before, and I couldn't jump on it when I wanted to. So I did it as fast as I could and got it out on Sunday. Still did better than a lot of my other videos in a relatively small time frame. And that is not a day I would normally upload. So yes, if you can push something out to get some extra juice for your channel, absolutely. But you'll notice my regular schedule, I try to stick to Tuesdays and Thursdays because I don't have time. You know, we have full-time jobs. I don't have time to make daily Minecraft content as much as I would love to and then have it be the same quality. So I do what I can. And I think that's really important. Also for your mental health. Someone told me a long time ago, you have to do daily content on YouTube. Otherwise, you're sunk. Like, no one's ever going to find you. And I followed that advice for well over a year, and I burnt out. I burnt out on every game I tried. So I think it's a balancing act. I really do. But yes, if you cover games, like I'm covering one game right now, I'm trying to cover updates when I can. I'm trying to cover new things when they come out. But for the most part, I try and stick to a schedule that I can manage.
So my thoughts on this are that everybody always creates everyone always creates a video with the intention of it being the highest quality they possibly can. Nobody intentionally tries to make a bad video, which is obvious. But I think there's a certain point where you can either make a what you consider a 10 out of 10 video, or you can create a 6 or 7 out of 10 video in terms of quality, but it's more timely. And my example was just as Travis has shown you here is, let's say you're a tech channel and your posting schedule is Monday and Friday, and the iPhone has just been announced. Are you going to wait until Friday to talk about your reactions and thoughts to the iPhone? And the answer is no, because everybody's doing it right now. And so you have to adjust your posting schedule, your quality sometimes, to what's important on YouTube and what your audience wants to see right now. So I think that is very important. And I also think as a smaller channel, this is my personal opinion, but as a smaller channel, the more shots you have at the target early on, the more you learn about how YouTube works and how you get better as a video editor, like learning new things, learning how the YouTube environment ecosystem works, that type of thing. So obviously there is an argument between quality and quantity, but I think YouTube and the way sometimes your audience works is that sometimes quantity/timely content is more valuable. And I'm sure that's a conversation you can continue to have in a chat. In the meantime, if you do want to audit Dan's channel, as you can see it on screen right now, also let us know in the chat. But we'll move on to another channel that we're going to audit here, and that is going to be Cara Cola Bella. This is our, I think I'm sure we've
in the past we have a long, maybe 7 months ago or something.
Yeah, I think we've spoken to this channel before, and I think Dan, you picked this one, so I'll let you kick off as to why, and then Travis, you can chime in next.
I didn't know we did this one before. I apologize. I actually almost picked this one last week, and then there was another travel channel that I wanted to talk about more at the time. I apologize. But I'm glad you popped up again, because I still wanted to talk about this. I thought it was really cool because they're uploading a lot of content in a very short amount of time. The thumbnails, while there's no text, I think could be just a little bit better. I think there's a nice simplicity to these, but they could be cranked up a notch. I think better saturation and contrast and things like that could take already pretty nice images and make them look a lot nicer. But I guess the other thing I was going to say was that I also feel a little bit confused. It's like a travel channel, but sometimes I don't feel like it's a travel channel. Looking at some of these videos,
I sense travel / cultural exposing of where they live, which is obviously St. Martin it looks to be. So I agree here, Dan. I think there are some times when it's maybe just local travel, just going around showing where they live, and then a little bit more about, picking apples in Massachusetts. Well, that's a bit of a departure from where they usually are. What do you think, Travis? Just as I scroll up and down the
Yeah, I remember this being a travel channel about, I thought it was like Jamaica or something like that, or South Africa or something. I can't remember exactly where it was. And we're in a weird time where you can't really travel. I mean, you can travel, but I mean, I don't know. It's not really high on the.
We don't advise it, I think would be the.
Not necessarily a great idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the things I always talk about when I talk to like travel channels is to make sure you get so much content that when you can't travel, you're still able to kick out content.
Yeah.
And then there's other things you can do. So if you have made content about going to a specific island or something and you had really good food, you can kind of transition your channel over to how to cook that food from that area, right? So if your channel is mostly about let's see, travel channel, it's a lot of like island stuff like San Martin. So you could do a bunch of stuff like my favorite sandwich from San Martin, making it at home. Like that way you're kind of still tying it to your overall theme, and gives people something to watch when you're not actually traveling. So just something to consider.
Yeah. What I would maybe just do here, it's a very simple thing you can do, is but maybe just sort by most popular, and if there is wow, blimey, that is a thumbnail and a half right there.
Oh, I know that. I know of that one.
Sometimes simplicity really works there, doesn't it?
Yeah, there is like an airport where the plane goes directly over the beach, and I've seen videos of it. It's absolutely insane.
I was just wondering, there's some borders closed. That was some useful information that you were giving away there. And usually when you have the opportunity to go to carnivals, so again, like something where you have a unique opportunity with perspective and something that not everyone can access, I think those are very good videos. But yeah, it's a challenge right now, isn't it? Especially with a pandemic and your inability to travel. But it looks as if you've still got lots of content that you're able to show us in the meantime. But I like your idea, Travis, of maybe trying to tie in culture, food and whatever, even if you're not necessarily traveling there. That's something that you can use to continue on with your YouTube content. So yeah, I think thumbnail-wise, I think there's an improvement going on here. Like you were trying to embrace text before, and it was maybe a bit too complicated. Now you're going for something a little more simplistic. But as Dan says, you may be wanting to up the vibrancy here, or maybe have a bit of a focus on a particular object. Like a good example here might be, I know it's got some good views, but is there a better way to tell us how the border was closed, I think, or the borders were open, with like a gate lifting up or something, to better visually tell us that story there. So that is Cara Bella. What we'll do now is go back to the tweets, because I want to show you the Photoshop battle that we had. Yes, we hit 700,000 subscribers last week. Thank you very much for all of your lovely, kind words and your entertaining tweets that you sent based on this one. And we got some good offers here. that is actually the character I am in Spunky. That's quite humorous there. Yeah, all right, good stuff there. This is, you are correct, all fine. PewDiePie is jealous that we have 700,000 subscribers. The winner this week, though, was undoubtedly this one down here, which is me dreaming of that moment in a couple of months' time where we do get a diamond play button. What I liked about this one is that you replaced the certificate with a pillow. You gave us a vidIQ blue hat, and you removed my eyes as well, which is quite terrifying, but also quite entertaining at the same time. So that was the winner of the Photoshop battle this week, which means you get a channel audit, which is going to look a little bit like this. Dan, we are looking at JNA Plays games. There's a festival of Zs being used in this channel name, and they look as if they are talking about Dreams on the PS4. I haven't heard of this game, I must confess.
I do vaguely know it by name alone. I think it's a pretty popular thing. We I think we already know the general advice we would give this channel out of the gate. And if you're going to be covering this Dreams PS4 topic, I think that would be the best route to explore here. So let's see what other people are doing with Dreams for PS4 if we can.
You may have just I may have just lost you there for a second, Dan. Were you saying that maybe the pink text on those thumbnails was something that needs to be fixed?
No, I said we would probably have some general advice for this channel, but I want to look up dreams for PS4.
Okay.
And see what other people are doing in terms of thumbnails and just topics.
Yeah. It's some sort of creation game of some kind, it seems to be.
I wish I knew more about it. Yeah, I think it's pretty popular right now. Create anything. So I would say some of these just look like reviews. PewDiePie's messing around with it.
Texture
so this might be a good game.
So if it's like creation and text tutorials, there's a ton of how-to educational stuff you could do maybe.
Yes. This is a big opportunity to be doing how-to content. How to make characters. How do you actually make stuff? Pretty simple. Ultimate Beginner's Guide. So if I were you, let's say you wanted to make your channel about this, because that would be my first piece of advice, is to niche down into something. And this looks like a pretty big niche. You have a game at your fingertips where you can create all kinds of stuff. I would say that you... Now I'm like distracted by this channel.
Yeah, because I saw that he had some tutorials on dreams, which are getting like nearly 100,000 views as a 10,000 subscriber channel. So I was just wondering if I can... no, I don't want to add it as a bookmark. What am I doing here? Let's try that again.
So they're looking at other people's creations. They're giving you advice on how to use it. Like there's a lot of opportunities there, and especially for new channels, that's going to be really valuable to people who are trying to learn the game. So that's where you want to kind of start. Just final thing on this channel. How to 20,000. I assume that streams. How to start a world 70,000. So how to 6,000. So for this channel, as an example, they're focusing. I don't know if their entire channel is focused on dreams. It looks as if it is. When they're doing the how-to stuff, they seem to be getting quite a nice piece of traction. So going all the way back now to our original channel, let's just see what they were currently doing. So they are doing some how-tos, how to animate. So they are doing some how-tos here, Dan. So maybe what they need to think about is better thumbnails, because I'm not stopping scrolling as I'm doing a search here. I'm thinking, yeah, that's a thumbnail that's really going to capture my attention. Oh, it's how to make an FPS. There needs to be more in the thumbnail, I would suggest. Yeah, so this might be really good information, but I'm not really compelled to click. You saw the other thumbnails in this category, how to Dream PS4, and they were all very bright, vibrant, and they all had to stop and look to see what the title was, and that's your goal. The thumbnail is to get people to see what your title says. So if you put the text of your title in where the text of your thumbnail could be, you've kind of wasted some real estate there. Instead, get a character on the screen nice and big, make it vibrant, clear, colorful, and maybe one or two words in there. People will stop looking, and then they will see what your title says. Oh, how to make a game in Dreams. Cool, I was looking for that. Everyone judges a book by their cover on YouTube. It's sad but true.
It certainly is. Well, I don't know. I mean, sad maybe not, because I kind of feel as if often the quality of a thumbnail reflects the quality of your content, and I think that's kind of even more true in a YouTube sense.
Yeah,
but you certainly need to you need to spend time on it, but also know how to execute a good thumbnail, and I'm not sure if this channel is just there yet with that type of stuff. So that is JNA Plays Games. Now, I just wanted to mention, you may be seeing some stuff that you're not familiar with here, like look at the percentages here, saying that this channel is getting some good likes and dislikes ratios on their videos, maybe if they're not getting so many views. And we can tell right now at our channel itself, a vidIQ channel, is getting 3,000 views per hour, which is amazing for us. And we could even click on the channel audit button, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to give us a quick breakdown of how our entire channel is doing right now, and give us all of this useful information. Because this is vidIQ, the software aspect of what we do here. And hopefully, Dan H, if you can maybe switch to pin comment right now, we are now introducing a special offer here on the channel audits, whereby if you haven't decided to use vidIQ just yet, you can download it and you can try out all of our features absolutely free. So I'm looking at this boost column here. You get all of this vidIQ goodness absolutely free if you use the link and the code in the pinned comment or in the description, I think as well, a 30-day free boost trial. So that is the vidIQ software side of things. When we can't help you live on a live stream, you can use all of the tools to help you research, analyze, and take actionable steps through vidIQ. So do make sure to check all of that out. There should be a pinned comment or a link in the description. Moving on now to the next channel we're going to audit, and this is Invest with Artem. And I just want Travis to take a look at this value proposition and tell me, do you think this is good or bad?
Investing and memes. Investment memes would be an interesting channel, but I don't know how well they would do. And then I'm looking down, I see invest. So I don't, Twitter deleted. Okay. I'm not even sure that there are memes here. It's very confusing. But yeah, I mean, these look like more investment things with kind of a YouTuber base and stuff. So maybe it's just a banner that's wrong.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I was thinking here was, do you think this is a juxtaposition, there's a fancy word, of value propositions? Because if you're going to be investing in somebody, you want a certain element of trust and credibility, whereas memes are more comic and entertainment. And so if you're trying to tell jokes on one side but want people to trust what you say about maybe investing your own money, I'm just worried if maybe there's a conflict there. And like you say, it might be that they use this channel banner. I've not done anything about it since. Looking at the About section, what are they trying to tell us they're about here?
It's not your conventional investing channel where a so-called guru will learn investing. There are thousands of investing channels out there, but very few to make them funny. My goal is not to teach you to invest, but make you feel confident about your own money and investing.
So intriguing approach.
I don't mind laughing. I don't want to laugh with my own money. Like
that is a great point.
The one thing about my money is I'm not trying to be funny with my money. I'll laugh at your money. If you're going to spend money on some silly stuff, I will watch that. But I'm never going to want to go somewhere and say, here, just invest in this and laugh about it. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. Can't do that.
Now the interesting thing is that like this could work, couldn't it? Like this really unique, weird approach. And I like what you're saying there. I think we just got to be careful about how a brand new visitor to the channel may perceive what you're talking about. And I think Travis, you summed it up perfectly there. I'm not being funny with my money. I
feel like the people that would be looking for investment videos aren't necessarily looking to laugh about them. Yeah. And I understand trying to create. It's very important to try to create two different, like, kind of larger sub niches into one new thing, and I get that. I totally get that. And you can even be entertaining in your videos. Graham Stephan is a perfect example of that. Like he's entertaining when he talks about money and stuff like that. He just does it very well. But I wonder if these are just two opposite. Like it just, for the people that are actually going to be investing their money, I don't know they're going to be looking for laughing. People who are looking for laughing are probably not caring about investing money. So I don't know.
Now then, let's try and ignore the value proposition and the about section and just judge the thumbnails and the titles on their own merits. And now what do we think? The thumbnails are phenomenal for me. Yep. I think they're 100%. Really strong. Pop. The text is used intelligently. Yep. You got the YouTube affairs. You sometimes having monies and dollars in there and actual amounts, like $8,500 in 1 week. I think that's going to be really impactful. All that stuff, thumbs up, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree. Thumbnail style-wise, they got it down pat. Definitely people could learn from this if you're going to use text. Make it really easy to read. Just really well done. I would, of course, it would be better to have some of these not use as many words that are in the title. Use more contextual stuff. But other than that, like I appreciate the thumbnail style for sure.
And Dan, any thoughts you may have on this one before we move on to the next channel?
You guys definitely hit everything I was kind of concerned about. The investing in memes did take away, in my opinion, a lot of credibility, but there could be a lot of really valuable information in these videos, and I think it almost kind of chases people away if they're worried that you're not really going to take it seriously. So I think you can be yourself. I think putting your personality in your YouTube videos is of the utmost importance, but I don't know if I would necessarily, with such a serious topic, lean into that so much. But this is a great time, I think, to start a channel like this. So I think this YouTuber could go very far.
Yeah, early on in the journey as well. I mean, they've got 5,000. I've just realized they've got 3,000 subscribers. They started a month ago, and none of the videos seem to suggest that. So I don't know maybe what's going on there. I mean, he joined in 2008. You may have deleted a lot of your previous videos, so maybe that's why it is, and you've restarted the channel from scratch. So maybe that's where the strength of the thumbnails and whatnot is coming through, in that you have previous YouTube history, but you've just done a complete reinvention of your channel. Something to look at. You know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to do Travis Watch throughout this live stream and see how that video is performing for you, Travis. So you got 2,000 views now in 35 minutes.
Real time is 5,500.
Whoa!
Wow.
So that's tasty, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're on the money
so
there.
far ahead of what it shows publicly that
Yeah.
the real time on the video on the direct video page is broken. I have to go to the overall list page. Yeah, it's at 5,500 views right now.
So you happy with that so far?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy that I did that.
All right. Well, thank you, by the way, for doing all of this before you join the live stream. We all appreciate it. Let's move on to the next channel then that we're going to audit. This is Taylor Tadpoles. And right off the bat, I think we have a family vlogging channel. And right off the bat, I think this creator loves to use the glow effect on all of their thumbnails. So we have a stroke effect or the drop shadow. White glowing effect on every thumbnail. I just noticed that as the one thing here. Dan, I'll let you kick off with this one, and then we'll let Travis chime in with his thoughts.
I don't know where to begin. I've never myself personally sought out a family vlogging channel, so I don't know the first thing about successful family vlogging channels.
Thanks, Dan. Moving on.
Oh, no, I'm
go
just
ahead,
saying I'd be curious to see what other people do in this space, because I look at some of the thumbnails and the titles, and it looks like there's a lot of adventures, right? There's moose and bears and deer, and I kind of wonder, is it an outdoor channel that features a family? Is that closer to a niche? I don't know. I need some context here in this niche, I think.
All right then. What do you think, Travis?
I mean, listen, family vlogging channels are kind of difficult if you're not doing something that just catches on. These thumbnails are pretty good. There's nothing wrong with it. And but I mean, there's so many. I don't know if this is true, but in my mind it is. It's got to be the #1 niche on YouTube, because it's just what people do when they can't figure out anything else. It's like,
that is a challenge, isn't it? It's a competitive space and has been for nigh on a decade at this point. So you already have that disadvantage of being just another creator in a space, and
they're really short too, you notice.
I noticed somewhere they've actually done some super short ones like YouTube Shorts, 43 seconds. I think they're testing that. But yeah, I think the rest of the vlogs seem to be 5 minutes or less generally, looking at it, which does feel a little unusual in the family vlogging space.
I've never seen vlogs that short that are like under 5 minutes. Well, with these under 5 minutes. So Casey Neistat does them at like just almost exactly 5 minutes, like just around 5 minutes. But if you watch a Casey Neistat, you feel like they're longer. You feel like you're getting a lot because he puts in a lot in a short amount of time. And the level of video content that's out there for like the vlogging niche is so high that you've got to have some really entertaining family stuff going on. And maybe you do. I mean, maybe you do. I don't think the problem is really the thumbnails here, not necessarily.
Yeah.
But if you had some type of interesting catch, some type of hook that was different than anyone else, I don't know what that would be, but then maybe it's easier to connect to you rather than just saying, oh, it's just another vlogging channel.
I'm just sorting by most popular to see if there's anything really that's jumping out here. You've had one, as we might describe it, a viral video for your content, like 14,000 views versus everything else. You've only got a few over 1,000 views here. Is there anything really jumping out here? It used to be something when it's about maybe health, perhaps, or pregnancy, like getting a flu shot. Well, that's not really about health. So I'm not seeing any strong themes just yet.
Yeah, there's nothing specifically that it's like kind of kicking out. I do see like they try to do some challenge stuff, which is fine. Mom versus dad. Actually, that was a live stream. Broom challenge. So I see them doing different things. First of all, if you're having fun,
absolutely, yeah, that's the first thing, isn't it?
But if you're trying to grow, you're going to need something that like people can attach to. Maybe it's that parenting in COVID, or quarantine family. I don't know, something that differentiates it from anything else. I
would also maybe recommend thinking about other platforms if you haven't already. Like TikTok may be a good place for you to test some stuff out as well, just because you're doing short form content. And it's probably got a better chance of growing quicker right now on TikTok. I don't know if it'll still be here next month, but that's probably something to maybe check out as well. But yeah, I feel as if this channel should have more than 13 views or like 15 views for a 7-minute video, where they're clearly putting in a lot of effort. When I'm just mousing over quickly, they seem to be doing a lot of recordings while they're on their travels, and they just haven't seemed to have had much traction yet for the channel, which is a shame, given the effort, the volume of content, and the thumbnails. I mean, none of the thumbnails have text as well, which is great to see. You can really focus your eyes on each topic that's going on, and I think that's another strength of the channel. All right, then, let's move on to the next one, which is going to be Qing Empire mapping. So we're all kind of familiar with what mapping is, where they use these strange balls and then they do like time lapses of maybe history or things. I'm just wondering if you guys can very quickly notice what this channel is trying to do.
Are they focusing on wars? In particular?
Keep looking. So they started a month ago. You not seen the pattern yet?
I mean, there's versus stuff going on, but I don't know, like, what is that for? Is that the country balls thing where they battle in the country ball? Like, I don't understand.
Check the timestamps.
Oh, they're all shorts. Well, not all of them, but most of them are shorts.
Most of them are.
Okay.
So I think what this channel is trying to do, whether it's through our suggestion or not, is maybe create a new channel, and they're trying to establish themselves as the mapping channel in the YouTube Shorts environment. So I'm just going to click on one. Let's do this one, and I'll mute it. It's this thing where over time they'll show like whether it's a history of a war, so like how the territories change or something like that. Then the problem is these aren't actually shorts in the definition of the video format. They're all landscape, so they're not going to be treated as the shorts content. So if that's what you're intending to do, you need to make sure that the video format is at least square and then going towards vertical. I think all of them are exactly the same. So it's a very simple piece of advice. I mean, that looks more 4:3 aspect ratio, but it's still not square. So if you are trying to go for this shorts route of doing very quick content, then you need to make sure that your formats are right. Other than that, I think the thumbnails are actually very simple, and I think they're effective in some ways. I mean, some of these videos aren't doing too bad for the size, like 30 subscribers, 60 views, 40 views. They're starting to grow there with that familiar theme. I mean, maybe a bit of text in there might help. So now that you know a little bit more about the channel, anything else either of you two would add, maybe Dan and Travis?
I think the titles, especially when it's just a country versus country, are a little bit too simple.
Right, okay. So maybe I'll just put in... it's this mapping country balls thing that we've just briefly come across a couple of times. Does that help at all with these thumbnails?
These are... these stand out quite a bit.
Yeah. So similar thumbnails to these, although if it is the shorts format that they're going after, they don't need to worry too much about the thumbnails perhaps going forward. I might be completely wrong. They might not be trying to get into the shorts format, because I think with maps, vertical format is going to be a bit of a struggle, but that's the only reason I can think they're doing such short videos on their channel every single time. Right.
Yeah, I'd be kind of curious to know what their strategy is there.
Mm-hmm. So my one advice here for this channel is, if you are specifically going for the shorts content on YouTube, make sure to get your video format right, or else they're not going to get into that shorts media player platform on the YouTube app. So we'll move on to the next channel, which is our Discord entry of the week. So we're going to look at snowy blizzards in a second, but Dan, if you just want to tell us how this channel has found itself as being one that's going to be moderated this week.
Yeah, so our community manager, Better Dan, has gone and selected, every week he'll select somebody from our Discord who's kind of been standing out, right? Someone who's been super helpful, super awesome in the community, and we will, I think, covertly grab your channel. I don't know if maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's pretty covert. We grab your channel and we throw it up in channel odds. Dan, is that fair to say?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been talking to Snowy Blizzard about his channel, and we discussed it in Discord, but haven't mentioned that he will be brought up in this stream. But I know he said he was looking forward to watching, so hopefully this is a good surprise for him as well.
Hi, better known Dan, by the way. Didn't bother introducing you at the start of a live stream, but hey.
Oh, I know. I'm the I was once the better Dan, but I seem to be the redheaded stepchild Dan now.
Not at all. So I would say that if you want your channel to be in this position, join our Discord community, hang out, just contribute, be awesome, and who knows, we might grab your channel for audit.
And there will definitely be a link in the description and maybe a pinned comment now if the lesser spotted Dan wants to do that. More high profile Dan. We're looking at Snowy Blizzard here, and they look as if they are Minecrafting it to the max. Or I'm only saying it actually because that thumbnail stands out. But yeah, I think the other ones are Minecrafty as well.
Yeah, I would say this is a Minecraft channel minus a couple things. So Phantasmophobia, for example, was streamed a day ago, which is a bit of a left turn, right? It's going to be tough for your Minecraft audience to suddenly have such a jarring shift. Maybe it worked. They got 94 views over the course of the 3-hour stream. Some of those maybe after the fact as well. So that's pretty cool. For the most part, I'm seeing mostly Minecraft, which is good. You want to try and stick to that niche. I'm just trying to look at some of these titles. Looks like a lot of live streams. There's nothing wrong with that. You're using custom thumbnails for your live streams, which I also really like. Yeah. One in particular, that 1-minute video there, the redstone one, if you scroll back up.
Yeah, I think that's a short.
That was actually
good example there. Yeah.
Which is cool. I actually saw that one pop up. I forgot where. Maybe Dan showed it to me, or I don't know. I watched it, and what was cool about it was it's 5 redstone clocks in a minute's time, and he just blazes through them. So that kind of video, that's what we're talking about. We talk about like a high value video that people are going to maybe even go back to if they want to relearn how to make that. Let's see, chunk loader 116. So a simple Minecraft chunk loader, that was pretty high value, I would say. 19,000 views. So anything that is like a tutorial showing people to make something, pretty helpful. All of these things, if you play Minecraft, you'd probably look at these and go, oh, I'd like to know how to do that. I may need to come back to this channel.
Every time when I sort by most popular, Dan, all of these have 1.16 in them. I'm noticing as a title. And then I think you're telling us about the emotional hook whereby, I want to know how to do that. And I think each of these thumbnails and titles suggests that. And I'm not sure if either the creator just doesn't want to do those types of videos all of the time, but every time they go back to that pot. Like there's one here where they're talking about updates, and that's got like a nice 3,000 views as well. But then there are other ones where you're just not doing anything with the view count. So I think going into the data, looking at maybe the titles or like the topic and seeing which ones are super successful, you can certainly, I think, tailor your content to grow so that you're not having these duds. You're getting more consistent view counts. And it may be that you want to reduce the live streams a little bit and do some more video on demand stuff. That's kind of where I'm leaning towards a little bit here. Of course, if you have the time, maybe you can only do these videos on demand, but occasionally because you've got other stuff going on in your life.
Yeah, like that survival one at the top is kind of a good example of, okay, I'm going to kind of mix it up. I'm going to do tutorials sometimes, and then I'm just going to kind of play Minecraft. So it's a 36-minute video. It's called Survival Handbook, so it just feels like a Let's Play. It feels like you just kind of play Minecraft with your audience. But you did try on the title how not planning builds can hurt the final result. But I would have maybe done a different thumbnail for that. I would have made it more about the how-to aspect rather than the survival handbook aspect, so more people would probably come and check it out. You could do a zoomed out photo of like the map of your build, kind of sort of planned out a little bit. And I think that would have gotten more clicks. You can take those Let's Play videos and make them more clickable to an outside audience. Otherwise, you're kind of making them for your current audience, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to expect lower view counts when you do.
Nice little run here of where you're doing, I think, videos on demand, and each of these is just getting a nice view count, so certainly some of them. It feels to me like this is a channel where you have an imbalance of content that's for you and your audience. I think it's Sarah I've forgotten the surname of this person. Who is that person, Travis, in the tech world? Sarah
Ardici.
Yeah, I think she talks about doing one video for herself and one video for her audience.
Yeah.
And the imbalance here is I think this channel maybe does one video for their audience and then 3 or 4 for themselves. And so this is why you get these strange view counts and spiky stuff going on. But I think there's certainly promise here for Snowy Blizzard if you refine your programming schedule. All right. we're nearly an hour into this, and we've audited quite a few channels already, and we hope you find this useful. Whether or not you've been audited yet, we're going to ramp up the speed in the second hour. But what we want to make sure you're aware of is that we do this service for free every Tuesday. But we do actually do channel audits at a professional level these days, and we have done for a long time, but we rarely get the opportunity to free up more spaces for people to do these channel audits. And so I've been told now that we have more spaces available. So Travis, if you just want to maybe explain a little bit more how we do Boost plus coaching for anybody who may be interested in this service.
So there's coaching and then there's audits. So audits is kind of a one-off look through your channel at a deeper level than what we do here. What we do here is we mostly look at your thumbnails and such, but an audit would be more of a, someone will sit down with you and talk to you kind of about your strategy and kind of look at from the outside in. Coaching is one level deeper, where we look into your actual analytics and then do like a super deep dive and go, hey, this is what's actually working on your channel from an analytical level. And we give you at least I give you a lot of movable kind of or reachable goals. And we just try to grow your channel. It's worked tremendously for a couple of channels. Some channels have just absolutely blown up. Had a really good time meeting a lot of great creators. Sopo Gaming Squad is one of my clients. They started out 3.5-4 months ago with 4,000 subscribers, and they're just under 600,000 right now.
Yeah, I think they are the poster channel for our coaching service, where they've just increased, probably about 10,000% on their channel, which is pretty incredible. So. Yeah, what we will say is this isn't for everybody, because there is the cost involved. But if you are serious about growing your channel and you're thinking of where you can invest resources, I think tailored coaching is certainly one thing you want to consider. So do check out the link in the description. I think the unknown Dan will be putting a pinned comment on there now regarding the Boost Plus coaching. So do make sure to check it out. And now let's just do a quick check on Travis. How's that video getting?
So we are 52 minutes in with 12,600 views.
Whoa! So that is just blowing up amazingly well for you. Congratulations, Travis. Hopefully you'll get 100,000 views on that by the end of the day. Let's move on to the next channel that we're going to audit now. And it is going to be Toolbox Minecraft. So what I'm going to say is that usually we would look at these thumbnails and go, ooh, blimey, they're a bit colourful and they don't really show us that much. But looking at the view counts for this channel and the size of a channel, 3,000 subscribers, I feel as if this is one of those unique situations where I say you're doing your own thing and you've created something that's really seeming to work for your channel, and I wouldn't necessarily suggest changing these thumbnails, just given how many views you're getting for the size of a channel, because there's something there for you, and they are unique, they are distinct. This little toggle thing that you're adding to a lot of your thumbnails seems to be a nice little trick that you're doing. Dan, what do you think here of this Minecraft channel, clearly, but a Minecraft channel with a bit of a difference in the thumbnail, certainly?
If you were searching for a specific Minecraft tool or hack or something, these thumbnails would absolutely stand out, regardless of what you think of their artistic style, because it doesn't really match with what we normally see. These will get you to, I think, to stop scrolling. They would get me to stop scrolling. They're just completely different than any Minecraft thumbnails I've ever seen. And yeah, I think that, I bet you that this channel has been doing a lot of testing. As we scroll down, notice that little toggle's not there right here. Yeah. They were always trying different thumbnails than I would probably advise.
So this is a year ago when the channel had no real focus at all. They were doing stuff about transistor radios, like an intro song, calculators, mice, and then they started to gravitate a little bit towards Minecraft. And I think ultimately they realized that people want, Minecraft, 1,000 views, 11,000 views, 800 views. How to enable dark mode in Google Chrome. Don't care about that. Give me more on Minecraft. And then that's what the channel's now doing. They've listened to their audience and boom.
So they've basically just gone all in on Minecraft, except lately. Now they're trying some Among Us stuff, and that's also doing very, very well.
Yeah.
With similar thumbnails as well. So this is where, so you know how we always tell people to niche down, try and play one game, try and play at least one topic of game if you can. The part of that strategy, I know the YouTubers you watch, the big guys, they eventually start playing whatever they want, and that's because they have to earn that. They have to grow their audience. They need to get credibility, and then they can kind of branch out. This channel's already testing that, and it's actually going really well.
Now, if there is one weakness of this channel, we might suggest, I just want to see the length of these. So they're all normal video on demand. There's one short here. But for a channel that's getting so many views, and I think they've had over 500,000 so far, the subscriber count actually seems quite low. And I'm wondering if you're missing opportunities here to include, calls to action and recommend people subscribe to your content. I think that's one thing you maybe want to look in about, how you can convert more of these views into subscribers, because you've certainly got a lot of excellent informational, educational content on Minecraft and now Among Us. Let's get more people pressing that red button for your channel.
Yeah, I think any little thing you can do, a quick subscribe button at the beginning of your content, just draw attention to it. People will do it. People will subscribe. I wouldn't spam them, certainly, with it throughout your video. But yeah, that could be a huge missed opportunity here. Otherwise, there's not much I would advise other than test. It looks like Among Us is something that kicked off for you in a big way. You could test that, maybe even pivot to it completely, but you might be able to balance these two games now, which a lot of channels would kill to do that.
Absolutely. So that is Toolbox Minecraft. Well done for your success there in what continues to be a very competitive market on YouTube.
Two massively competitive games.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next channel, which is going to be A Dose of Happiness. This channel has 130 subscribers, and they're hoping to make as many people feel happy as possible. Travis, is this channel making you feel happy?
I mean, the color yellow, generally speaking, is a happy color. With these happy clouds, and we paint these happy clouds. Let's see. Amazing Amazon. Okay, so I like the idea that we are near, well, what are they? Prime Days today and tomorrow, I guess.
Yep.
Look on there and see if there's any data. I noticed one of my older videos about an Amazon tablet started picking up this morning, and I was like, oh, it must be Prime Day. And this is the type of thing that you do by making sure that if you in any way can connect your content with Amazon over the next day or so, you should have already done this, by the way, you could actually get some pretty easy views. So the amazing Amazon costumes might actually bring in a couple more views as people look for Amazon costumes for Halloween. So I like that. Halloween stuff, some Halloween colors. Okay, so this is a happy channel. Is that basically what it is?
So I think if we look at this, bringing videos to make you all smile, from dog compilations to cat videos to funny fails to much more content. So, I mean, in essence, making sure that this channel's not about controversy or bringing more bad things to our lives in 2020. It wants to focus on the good. How effectively it does that, I think, is open to interpretation.
Yeah, and it also comes, if you want to think about the subscriber, which is generally speaking what most people want, at least the people I'm sure in chat are looking for more subscribers. You have to think about, well, what is it that they're going to get if they click subscribe, and will it be obvious? Will they know when I click subscribe, I'm going mad with Mad Libs because I loved Mad Libs growing up, that anything even remotely close to that is going to happen in the future? And if not, is it possible they'll unsubscribe because the content you're putting out isn't close enough to that content? And another thing, as you put out videos, are people going to click on them when they see them in their subscription feed or in their home page? Because dog amazingly has a lot of views, maybe because of the thumbnail, but doesn't necessarily speak to like the Mad Libs that maybe I subscribe for. So
yeah, happiness is certainly a broad topic.
By the way, dog's videos seem to be doing well over the last couple of days. Maybe they should just stick with the dog videos.
Yeah, these two here. I think they're shorts as well. Again,
yeah, shorts. So that actually answers a lot of questions.
Yeah, Dan, thoughts from you? Are you happy enough right now to maybe suggest something for this channel?
Yeah, I think you guys kind of hit everything. I noticed that about the dog video as well. It just says dog, but it got a decent amount of views. I would want to start smaller. I think your dose of happiness should be focused maybe around dogs for a bit before you branch out into all these other topics, because I don't really know what I'm getting into when I subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. That is a dose of happiness.
You know what we should do?
What should we do?
We should do a quick thing. 60 minutes has gone up. If whoever can guess how many views my video got in the first 60 minutes, closest number, we audit their channel.
Oh, wow. All right then, Travis. So what you're saying, Travis, is that somebody needs to guess now how many views this video got. And now, so this will give you a bit of a clue, but it's not the right number.
It's not even close to the right number.
So it says 5,000, but it's more than that. So give us a number.
Okay, hold on.
And then Travis is going to audit that channel. In the meantime, I'm going to quickly go to the hashtag channel audit, see if we've got any funny tweets here that are maybe going to convince us to stop scrolling, and then we'll audit their channels. So let's have a look here. Anything new? That's just a little weird. That is funny. I don't know if it's vidIQ enough. I mean, it's made me laugh. Oh, it's Cara Bella. We've already audited your channel. Oh, that makes it easy then. Thanks for the tweet.
I got one.
That's good. That's good. Oh, you've not given us your channel here. I wouldn't maybe have looked at that one, but yeah, you've not given us your YouTube link, so I have no way of auditing your channel. So you've missed out there, unfortunately. Travis, you say you've got an answer then?
I got one, and it's so funny because no one was getting it, and then 2 people got it within like 3 comments of each other, but the first person that I saw that came closest is RuneScape Original.
Right.
RuneScape Original. All one word is RuneScape, and then original.
Yeah. RuneScape Original.
With 15,000 views in the first hour.
Blimey. Is that one of your, is that like a record, Travis, do you think?
For the first hour, for sure.
Congratulations. Yep. Well done. Is this the right channel, by the way?
Looks right to me. Wait.
Okay. So you guessed how many views Travis's video on iPhone 12 got. So RuneScape Originals. Let's take a look at this one. It looks to be a gaming channel, Dan. Have you played RuneScape before, or are you just aware of it?
I've played it as recently as just a couple weeks ago. All
right, then. So what do we think of this channel, which has got 2,000 subscribers? I'm right in thinking this is a fairly old game, but people keep playing it.
It's confusing. You shouldn't have asked. There's 2 versions. There's a version that's been updated from kind of this look all the way to the modern era, and then that separated the community some updates they had. So then they made an old school version, and now that's what this person's doing. So there's basically 2 different versions of this game that are equally as popular, I think.
Okay.
So this is old school RuneScape, and I understand a lot of what's in front of me right now, but a lot of people might not. Basically what they're trying to do is a little bit of everything. They have some Iron Man videos, which is kind of a game mode, but then they're talking about making bank, which I would assume is from PKing. Okay, so it's hard to say if they're just an Iron Man channel, which could be a whole niche within itself, or if they're kind of doing different accounts that do different things. As an Iron Man, you can't trade with people, for example, so that's going to be a different type of video series. And I guess I'm just confused. I'm looking at your channel, and there's so many different series you have going on. Rags to Riches, and then
okay, right, I see.
Update, and I don't know what custom RSPS is. I'm not a pro MLG pro RuneScape player, so forgive me.
I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
This is a huge game with a ton of history, and my advice, I'm kind of getting caught up in it here. My advice is to niche within the niche, okay? So you're playing not just RuneScape, old school RuneScape, great, stick to that, but then also if you're going to do Iron Man stuff, you should make your whole channel about that, because you can do so much, and it's such a different way to play the game. Or maybe in the future you do Ultimate Iron Man, and that could be a whole series, but you got to stick to it for a while. It feels like you're kind of giving up on stuff too really quickly.
I was just at a search for Iron Man, wondering if I'm just going to randomly pick this channel and then ski. So this
is the other version of the game I was talking about. The more modern one.
They're doing some big episode numbers there. There's Tasman, Iron Man, Tasman.
This is a good example, and I still think episode numbers in the thumbnail could be a turnoff, but this is a good example of when they're helpful, because this is an MMO, and you spend a lot of time leveling it up. So if you're trying to follow someone on their Iron Man journey, you're going to want to know how far into the journey they are.
Right.
I like that the episode number on these isn't like overwhelming the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the rare examples where if you're going to take people on a journey with you, you want to be consistent. And I just feel like you're trying so many different things within this game that it's hard. I'm getting dizzy with all the different thumbnails and titles. And to be fair, though, you are excuse me, you are using pretty searchable titles and custom thumbnails that are not bad.
It feels as if this channel's plateaued a little bit. They haven't grown per se. They were getting hundreds of views almost a year ago. Sometimes actually more views, maybe touching 1,000, and they're still at that same point. So I think there is now a question of, do you need to try doing something a little different, whatever that is?
Well, here's my hyper specific advice for this one channel.
Okay.
Old School RuneScape is doing a new thing towards the end of the month. It's called Twisted League. They're going to open up new servers that are temporary, and you're going to have like times 5 XP, and it's going to be this cool thing. Everyone's going to play it differently. Everyone's going to have their own kind of journey. I would do a Twisted League series. That's what I would do. And what you could do now is get started by doing videos about you preparing for the Twisted League. What path are you going to take? What rewards are you going to try to do? And the way I would expand this advice to anybody with any game is, what updates are coming out for the games you're playing on your channels? Is there anything you could do to hype those updates before they come out? Is there any event going on that you could participate in? Because that's what Twisted League is for this person. So that's my actionable advice to you.
So while we were auditing RuneScape Original, which got the number right for Travis's video, Travis's video has now earned another 2,500, I'm going to guess. At this point, Travis.
I think it's at 17,000 right now.
Yep, very nicely done. Okay, where was I going to go next? So we've audited all of those channels. Now then, I've just deleted some channels that I'd supposed to audit. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a quick advert, and I'm going to try and retrieve those channels in a second. So,
Is it the Twitch advert?
Yeah, let's do the Twitch advert. We'll do that, and I'm going to try and retrieve these channels that I was going to audit.
Okay. Let's go.
Well, hold on. Here, take this. You're supposed to catch him.
How did he exact revenge after he's dead?
I wanted you to catch him because it helps to have a hefty corpse.
Can you finish the level, please? This can only end well. Let me take out the snake. Let me do something.
Let me do something, he says.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, we also have not only a Discord channel, but we have a Twitch channel where we do some gaming every single Wednesday. So Dan, tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we wanted to connect with our community in a new, fun way. And every week, every Wednesday, we are doing Twitch live streams. The link should be down below, and perhaps we'll pin it here in a moment. So be sure to follow and get some notifications. Also, on the subject of notifications, if you're in our Discord, go to the Roles channel. You can actually decide what notifications you want to get. We're going to start pinging you when we go live for audits, when we go live on Twitch, and when we do our webinars. And you can choose to opt into all 3 of those notifications, or just one, or just a couple. But if you don't want to miss a Twitch stream or any of these streams, definitely go throw yourself into that pool.
And Travis actually made a guest appearance on our gaming channel last week.
Yeah, that was fun. I didn't know what the heck was going on, but it was fun.
So yeah, we're going to try and bring on guests whenever we can, and we're still currently really enjoying Spelunky 2.
Yeah, and they also do one on Monday. I'm 99% sure. I don't know what time yet, so just pay attention to that schedule, and I'll let you know in Discord as well.
Even more gaming for you to all enjoy. Let's go back to now the channels we're auditing. I'm trying to introduce every single week a couple of channels which we revisit that we've maybe audited before, just to see how they're getting along. This is Liam Talks Football, and you've hit 1,000 subscribers now, I think, so congratulations there. That's one step of monetization complete. So I think we'll go back to where they were maybe, blimey, this is all in the last month. Whew, that's a lot of content. I think this is where you were a month ago or so when we were auditing, and the thumbnails and the titles look fairly similar. This is a channel I think is reacting to any and all football that's going out there, soccer. So like most recently been talking about internationals, and the transfer deadline day, which was very recently, did some live streams there. So I think you're always trying to do trending news, which is good from a soccer perspective, which is constantly changing. I think my original suggestion before was that maybe you need to niche down onto a particular team that you support, and maybe add some storytelling and like your personal feelings about how your team is doing. I'm not sure if you've done that yet. It still seems to be that you're generally looking at sport. Having said that, the view count seemed to be healthy for 1,000 subscriber channel, 200, 400, that doesn't seem to be too bad. And I mean, I mouse over it, and I don't think, sometimes we think about whether this is copyrighted content and you're just showing highlights. I don't think that is the case. I think you're actually, you are in your space and you're talking about the games as they go on, which is great. I mean, looking at the content, you probably just want to think about how you can maybe reframe yourself on camera. I know we're only looking at the previews there, but maybe if you can get your face in camera a bit more and just make it look a bit more striking, those would be my suggestions. Anything from either you or Dan or Travis here, just as I'm just going to scroll up and down the thumbnails a little bit. Anything that you can spot.
1,000 subscribers.
Blue.
You like the blue, did you say there, Travis?
I just happen to be a fan of blue. Is it? It's not
so this is when teams of blue shirts are playing.
I dig that.
Yeah, let's just sort by most popular. Is it any themes jumping out here? Like, you had a couple here with 40,000 views. That's when you were looking at a particular club. But then you're reacting to some big thing that happened, which was a really surprising result there. And that's, I don't think, the team that you support. But yeah, there's some good numbers here. Certainly some good numbers, and yeah, they continue to put out a lot of content, like video every day almost, which is a good consistency as well. All right, I'm not hearing anything from Dan and Travis, so we're going to assume that this creator is doing what they need to do, continue to do it, continue to maybe grow and build your channel, and that is it. So we'll move on to the next one. This is Fused GT. Now, Dan, you said this channel submitted. They said they've been audited before. I couldn't tell if they've been audited before, but they say they have. But let's have a look at it. What have you picked up from this channel?
I was pretty impressed by it in terms of view count and everything. They say that they have 30,000 subscribers, but they're not willing to tell everybody else that they've hit their subscriber count. But I guess if you look at the views...
Let's just stop there for a second. I just want to... Sorry to interrupt, but do you think... some people hide their subscriber counts because they're a bit afraid of this vanity perspective in that if you don't have enough subscribers, then you're not perceived as credible in your space. Okay. Do you think if a channel's got maybe 30,000 subscribers, it's time to start showing their subscriber count? If that's the only reason that they're afraid of things. I think once you hit 10,000 subscribers or more, you've proved already that you are a successful channel in your space, and you should be celebrating that fact. Dan, Travis, converse, argue. What do you think?
I think you should reveal it when you have one subscriber. I mean, it's something to be proud of for sure. There may be a reason that maybe they're doing a bet with their friends. Like, we just never know. But it always, to me, though, we'll call it sus. It does look a little bit sus that it's hidden.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that love to follow the journey of a creator. Like, I still get some people that say, I've been here since 5,000 subscribers. Like, they like that. So why would you rob them of that? Especially if you have numbers that I know a lot of people that are in the chat right now would love to have. Yeah,
especially here for a gaming channel. Yeah,
I am really curious. How do you get imposter every time on Among Us? Like, I actually do want to know.
That was the thing I wanted to point out with this channel too. Is you'll notice all the different games they're playing, but it's not the gaming channel in the sense of I'm an Among Us channel. This is a channel that is giving us tips in all kinds of games, but they're always about getting more frames or discovering some kind of interesting hack.
Yeah. So their unique selling point isn't necessarily a video game. It's something you can do in that video game, whether it is a fix or higher frames per second. I think that's what allows them to jump a little bit from game to game. Doesn't always work because they do have spiky view counts. Like, sometimes we're going down as low as 750 games, but that's views. But that's like almost a complaint towards a game developer, and so that is quite niche. And like another one here, they're trying to test a little bit in Discord, and they haven't quite worked it well there. But hey, look at them Among Us here. 2 videos here. Blimey. 100. Look at this run here. 100,000 views on all of those videos and 20,000 views. Incredible.
Yeah, and this is going to be the case of sticking to a trending game. So if they could do this with Fall Guys, for example, if Spelunky 2 did get pretty popular, I don't know how it's doing today, but for a minute there when it came out, it was pretty big. So maybe some Spelunky 2 tips and tricks. This is one of those cases where you really got to stay on top of trending things. And always offer super actionable advice and value, and they're doing just that. So I wouldn't sit here and harp on them about playing one game. We would probably say that if someone subscribes for Minecraft server advice, and you never go back to that topic, maybe they're a bit disappointed, but your channel isn't really necessarily going to work. If you only do those tips, you're going to run out pretty quick. There's only so many things you can say about starting a Minecraft server.
Yeah. All right. Let's just sort by most popular, and just in case there is anything huge that's jumping out here. Whew. 3 million. How to fix a laptop keyboard, eh? That's probably an evergreen one sitting on the top of the channel. That's probably what brought in subscribers to begin with, and there is maybe a bit of a time between using a keyboard and how to set your ping right for Fortnite. I mean, that's where they really set their channel there.
Tech channel vibes, honestly. It's like a tech channel that focuses on getting the best performance out of games.
Really fantastic stuff here, though. But congratulations, and yeah, just keep it up. I mean, you know what your bread and butter is in it's like fixing, improving lag, that type of thing. But then it gives you license to test other things beyond that. Like you got this video here, which has not done that well, like 1,000 views versus all of the other stuff. But it never seems to let you keep you down. You just jump onto the next thing and boom, there you go. I mean, there's one here, like you've tried to increase your frames per second on a brand new game and it hasn't done well. Yeah, I mean, maybe in a few months' time that could really improve, and you've got that video there in place, just in case you do get the pop. And right, let's move on then. So Travis, I think you're probably now at 20,000 views. Are we guessing here?
21,000.
21,000. Whew! Maybe you're going to get up to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the month now. Are you going to double down on this iPhone 12 stuff? Are you going to look at the comments, respond?
I have to shoot something after lunch for tomorrow. So
you get on it. You get on it.
Double down.
Right, so those are all of the channels that we covered pre-selected. Now we're going to start doing some random selections. We are already well into this live stream, so let's try and go as quickly as we can and start picking some channels. So we'll do a non-gaming channel first. That's 306. And we're going to be talking to Jobby here and their channel about... Jobby's channel is about hobby. And that's good. What hobby it is, we're hopefully going to find out very quickly. And it is...
It's not called Jobby's Hobbies?
Jobby's Hobbies. It should be, shouldn't it? Jobby's Hobbies. It is about, I think, painting Games Workshop and the Citadel models, I think. That's where I'm going with this theme a little bit. All right. Posting consistency, that's what I'd start with. You've only done a few videos in the last 6 months. And I think with these models, it's a bit similar to photography or what would be another one, like crafts and DIYs. You've got to get a super punchy, sharp shot of each of your models. And I'm not getting that vibe. If they feel like freeze frames from the thumbnails. So that's a couple of things I would look at. Dan, Travis, let's give us like one piece of advice from both of you.
I invest in one of those big white cardboard sheets so you could take really nice sharp pictures and really have these guys standing out, because that's going to be your strong selling point with these thumbnails, because right now they're kind of flat and it's kind of hard to see the character off the background.
Travis?
100% that's what's holding back this channel. Thumbnails need a lot of work, and I think sometimes people hear that as like feedback, like, oh, it's always something, but it is. I mean,
yeah,
it really is.
I mean, so what happens is whenever we visit, everybody sees the thumbnails first, like we are seeing them. And if they're not enough to convince us to stop scrolling and clicking, then the content, content is always king ultimately. But as a smaller channel, you've just got to get their attention in some way. And you've got, like, I say at most 3 seconds of somebody's attention before they're moving on to the next thing. I was just wondering about titling as well. I think these are Games Workshop or similar. And like just painting a dwarf, 2 Skelly Boys, maybe that has some search intent because I've never heard of Skelly Boys before. Ocean Man, Bones Reaper. I'm not sure where the search intent is there, so I'm just wondering if you could maybe include some more SEO in your titles. I'm just thinking about the thumbnails. That's a kind of detail and a sharpness and the pop that we'd want to see in your thumbnails if you can. So that is Jobby, and yeah, Dan, I think Jobby's Hobbies might be a good name. Let's go to the gaming channel now that we're going to look at, and this is 274, and we have here the Legend Ivy. Okay, if I can copy and paste this correctly, we'll take a look. Let's see. Channel banner. I'm not sure what that's trying to depict if you are a gaming channel. I'm seeing some Minecraft stuff a little bit, but I'm also seeing the live streaming control center from YouTube there for some of your Minecraft. Oh, is that different, Dan? Is Minecraft?
I've never heard of that.
So maybe titling structure is required here as well. What else? Posting schedule. Like you've taken Are you posting all of your videos at exactly the same time? Because we got like 6 videos here from 3 weeks ago, then 2 videos from 1 day ago. Feels as if you may be bulk publishing, which is never a good idea. Always stagger your content at least a day between each video, I would recommend.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a matter of, for one, custom thumbnails. This is obviously someone who's very new to YouTube. So welcome to YouTube. And we'll kind of give you some of the advice we give a lot of channels in your position. If you're going to be a Minecraft channel, be a Minecraft channel. I don't know what this PvP noob thing is, if it's your animation or something. It's Minecraft.
It's more Minecraft.
We've taken custom thumbnails and gone totally custom. So if I was scrolling, I wouldn't know that's Minecraft.
Yeah.
While I appreciate the effort to make a thumbnail that's totally unique, it's going to get a little bit tough because the title doesn't say Minecraft and the thumbnail doesn't say Minecraft. So you want both of those things to be true of those thumbnails. So yeah, best of luck to you. And good luck is where I want to stop.
I think we give you a lot of potential advice there. So if you do need to replay it, please do. Oh, and by the way, I just want to stop for a second. I've just remembered this. Zenzerus, I don't know if you do this every single week, but I noticed last week you put in timestamps for all of the channels we audited. Incredible. Thank you very much for doing that. The moderator, formerly known as Dan, if you can give him some special thanks and love, please do that. But yeah, thanks for doing that whenever you add the timestamps, because it means you're watching the live stream and then you're pausing it to put in the timestamps, which is incredible. Anyway, where was I? We're looking at Kevin G here, a channel that has 11,000 subscribers. They have 6 videos. They have 1 video here with 3 million views, and then some stuff in the last couple of months about Amazon Fire Sticks. Oh, I don't know what to make of this channel. I'm utterly confused.
Yes.
Travis, are you less confused?
They're trying to jump on some stuff. So there are a couple. If you look at, first of all, when you do like these Amazon Fire Sticks videos and stuff like that, I do the same thing. You have 2 times a year that it pops. It pops at the end of the year if you've done the right content and people are appreciating it. And right now during like Prime Day, they pop pretty big. Secondarily, there are some channels that specifically do like Fire Stick setups and stuff, and they do well. So it's possible that he may have come across some of those channels and was like, oh, let me try that a little bit and see if that works. Because the rest of it doesn't really like connect at all. Like to shoot for logic. So I don't really know what this channel is about and what I would expect to get if I were to subscribe.
Yeah, there's not enough here, is there? Given the length of time between videos, I mean, there's a 4-year gap between this one and this, and then 5 videos in the last year. I'm also a little skeptical of the content sometimes because it looks as if you're trying to teach people how to bypass things and unlock things and hack things, and that is ultimately against YouTube terms of service. If you're showing, I mean, one of the community guidelines is instructional theft. I'm not saying that this is instructional theft, but when you're circumnavigating how to do things, that can be a bit of a worry. And I know that Apple have actually gone after channels before when they've shown people how to install the beta iOS updates. I'm not sure if they're doing that now. And then Travis, you actually told us that Apple are going after people for copyright striking the live stream of their announcements.
Yeah.
So you need to be just a little wary of if you're on the right side of the community guidelines here. But more content. There's not enough here really to go on. So we'll move on to the next channel, which is going to be a gaming channel this time. We alternate between gaming channels and non-gaming channels at this point in the live stream. And the next one is going to be Psycho FN, and they do montages according to the form. So let's see if we can confirm that here. the channel banner doesn't really reveal too much, but you're doing some GTA, even though that's Fortnite.
Huh. Interesting.
So all montages, it looks to be very short ones often.
Consistent view counts.
Yeah.
Consistent video length.
Are they your own montages? I do have to ask that question.
Yeah, you want to, if you're going to be using highlights from other people's maybe live streams or YouTube channels, you need to be adding your own content to it as well, commentating over it, or, you know, kind of adding value to it, because you can't just kind of rip people's content. But we can't assume that's what's going on here. I would say well, it's clear what your channel's about, not from the banner. I would definitely update your banner. The titles are very, very short, and I think you're going to struggle a little bit. Or maybe struggle is the wrong word. Again, your view counts are consistent, but I think to grow, to get more people in the door, you need to be doing a little bit more with these.
I mean, just adding Fortnite to some of these may have quite an impact. It's certainly worth test. I mean, you've done it in a couple of these, and they look as if when you include Fortnite montage in there, the view counts are maybe, I'd say 50% higher, just as a very quick sample size. Like Lemonade highlights number 10. That nobody's searching for that. So
right.
Your subscribers are going to find that content, generally speaking.
Instead of making your highlights number 11, number 12, and so forth, which you absolutely don't need to make a numerical series of highlights. That's the number is going to throw people off. Instead, what I would do is Fortnite montage top 10 headshots or top 10 builds or whatever. So make your montages about something, and then maybe put them in some kind of listicle, because now you're going to hit the two different major search terms: Fortnite montage, and then the listicle, the top whatever thing. You know, headshots is also a big search term.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. All right, we were a little light on the tweets before, so I'm just going to check if anything else. Oh, hello. That's accurate. Oh, hello.
That's good.
I don't know what on earth is going on there.
I don't know.
I can't read the text there because it's blue on red.
Next.
And this one here. Yeah, I guess. Which one do you prefer, though? I mean, is it the younger, slightly pasty face Wilson, or the economics Nobel Prize winner Wilson? The next one. Oh, I like that one. That's yeah. I think Starzio, you've done a couple of good ones there. So you're gonna win the tweet audits to take a look at here. Oh, this one, right? Let's take a look at this one. What do we think here, folks? Interesting banner.
I saw this channel in our pre-selection, and I didn't pick it. If you scroll down, you'll see why.
Am I safe to scroll down?
Well, it's nothing. I didn't scroll down that far. It's just I don't know what's going on, and I felt like we were going to give a lot of the general advice to this channel.
It's the one I remember we did one a while back where it was just a KSI like reaction-ish type channel.
It's not the same one, but there's some KSI stuff here. All of these stuff are ready to premieres.
Yeah, why would I
countdown for these?
3 days in a row, like 4 days, 5 days out. Just release the videos. It's like
their days countdown until.
Yeah. And then you get all messed up in your video like release thing, and it just release the videos. Stop being silly.
And I think you're releasing lots of trailers for a video you're going to release yourself, I think. About KSI, which is a bit confusing.
The view counts kind of confuse me compared to the sub count. There's so many question marks.
So half a million views, 66,000 subscribers.
And by the way, this happened. So yeah, do them by like most popular, because this channel is only since April allegedly.
Okay.
21,000 to a welcome to my channel. I mean,
there's a lot of likes and dislikes going on here. There's a lot of worries about this channel, just generally. The content confuses me. Yeah. I don't know how you got so many subscribers. The channel banner, you've not really fixed that.
Your name?
Yeah.
Good one.
I don't like that.
Yeah, and it says Delphine, who's someone completely different. Like it's just very interesting.
Here's the thing: if it's a meme channel, I guess the problem is it's not coming off as one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
and
weird.
that's the issue. I don't know
Very
who
sus.
it's modeled after. I don't know who we could look at who has like a successful meme channel, but that's what I felt like. Maybe it's a meme channel, but it could be so many things. I just don't know.
If this was Among Us, we'd vote him off.
Yeah, it's a little sus.
So that was a little savage. Okay. So it's just a channel we can't get our heads around. There's so many strange questions coming up in our heads about premiering so many videos about KSI, the strange subscriber counts. Also, your audience doesn't seem to be reacting well to this. Just looking at the vidIQ tool for likes and dislikes, there's a lot of a monster amount of dislikes on this video for some reason. I don't understand why. And then when I mouse over, it's just some money being burned. I'm really confused by this channel in general, to be honest. So let's move on to the next one then, and it's going to be what are we doing? I think we're doing a non-gaming channel this time. It's channel 57 from the list, and it is Cube Resin, cubing. I know it's that, if nothing else. So then, this channel has nearly 2,500 subscribers. This niche, it still befuddles me how there are so many cubing channels and how some of them are so successful. But if people like enjoying watching cubing channels, all the power to you. Right then, I like the thumbnails. I mean, this is one of those where you get the value proposition instantly. It's from the channel banner, the channel icon, just the fact that each one of these thumbnails has a really colourful cube that's popping out. I love all of that stuff. 2,500 subscribers. View counts are fairly consistent and healthy. Travis, what are you digging this one as well?
I like cubing channels. We select, and there's one with a phone on an iPhone, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean that's a really good idea of tying in the iOS 14 customization thing, which was huge a couple of weeks ago, and tying it into like the cubing aspect. That's a really good way of merging trends. I mean, didn't work this time, but I like your enthusiasm and ideas on that one.
Yeah, I just, and the colors are here. The green is usually, first and foremost in their thumbnails. There's just a nice consistency here. Rubik's Cube solved in 2 moves makes it really interesting. Like they're doing some really right things, and the views are so consistent, so incredibly consistent, almost weirdly consistent. But sometimes you get just the right group of people that want to continue to watch, and that's it. Looks like they tried other things earlier in their YouTube career, like saying something 1,000 times stuff. But I think this stuff is where you're gonna continue to grow.
Yeah, look, this is all just from like a couple of months ago as well. Wow, so much content. Dan, anything to add?
I like that. I saw they tried a live stream. I don't know if they're still doing that. But channels like this, I feel like could use the YouTube's live streaming pretty successfully. It's just kind of another way to engage with it's a very loyal, active community. But this is a keep it up. This is, I would say, you never break it out anymore. But I would say the Confetti of Joy.
Oh, right.
Well
okay, then. I've not used that one for a while. Okay, then. The Confetti of Joy then is coming out for Cube Resin. There we go. Does it still work? It does actually still work. Wow. There we are. I didn't think
the confetti cannons were a little
I didn't think that was going to work, yeah. I thought it was going to mute me and end the stream. But yeah, they seem to be testing all sorts of things, which is great. They've obviously got enthusiasm and passion for just making video content, which is great to see. All right, quick check then. Travis, I have official numbers here from a YouTuber showing that you now have 8,000 views.
I won't even I don't even know how many total views it has. I'm just looking at my views per hour, which is how many views I get in an hour.
Yeah.
I'm at 24,000 views per hour.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I remember those days. Oh, they felt so good. We're talking about this thing up here, where like in the channel views per hour. I remember sometimes it was going up into the tens of thousands. Enjoy it, Travis, and just double down as quickly as you can. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to open this up to you a little bit. You are going to audit the next channel along with us. So I just need to bring one of my things over here so I can see the chat. And then what I'm going to do is pick another channel. This is going to be a gaming channel that we're going to collectively audit here. So it's 283. And I will just tell you the channel name, the number of subscribers, and then it's over to you to tell us what you think about this channel. So please do offer your advice for JNA Plays, who has 45 subscribers. I'm just going to make it small like that, and then we'll start reading out some comments as soon as we see them in the chat. What do you think of this one?
Better thumbnails I see coming up.
Some people say change your channel banner. That comes from Pickleish, if I pronounce your name correctly. Awesome.
Thumbnails are logos. That's an interesting thing. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Depends on what it is. But
Yeah, a couple of them are, aren't they? Yeah.
too much game variety. That's an interesting call out.
So we have Rocket League there, a little bit of Valorant.
Apex Legends.
Okay, so these logos are from Rocket League. Okay. It's just if it's a logo, it confuses me about what the video's talking about. Oh, montages, some of them. Oh, wow, so these all custom montage logos. That's pretty interesting. But it doesn't show me enough of a game. Sorry, I'm starting to talk about the channel too much. What else have we got?
Someone wants a shout out.
Yeah, they're not getting one.
Someone's accusing the chat of being crazy.
No searchable keywords in titles. Is that true? Yeah, a little bit. I think maybe there could have more search intent there. Titles
Shorter
don't
video durations.
fit.
I would say these are pretty short.
So shorts, yeah.
Oh, short, like make them the length of shorts, maybe.
I've tried that once with a gaming setup. And anything else? Niching down. I think they are niched down to a certain extent. What do we, Dan? What do you think? Just adding some thoughts of your own.
I feel like the logo in these thumbnails is a bit off-putting. It's a Fortnite montage, but it's just kind of like
it's Rocket League montage.
Right. It's a Rocket League montage. It's just, it feels like a billboard for something else. It doesn't feel like Rocket League content. I would experiment more with like the free-to-play Rocket League thumbnail is a bit closer to what I would expect, where it's the car flying through the air. I would have gotten rid of all that text though.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see that for the thumbnails a little bit more. But test it, because you've been using these since the start of that series. Maybe those are the right way to do it. But I would test one of these montages without that logo, because I didn't know what it was at first.
Given the subscriber count and the view count, something is working for their content, whether it's maybe the view durations or it is these unique logos. Maybe they resonate really well with a Rocket League audience. But I think JNA Plays.
Way off, yeah.
So thank you for your input there. It's your turn again as we move to channel 160. This is going to be a non-gaming channel here. So sink your teeth into this one, which is called Kid Behind a Camera Storyfire HD. There's a lot going on in that channel name. Whoa, if you give me a link to... There we go. I'm going to have to click on your channel to get there. So let's have a look at this one. Go ahead, folks. What do we think here?
Oh, it's Kid. So, okay. So Kid Behind the Camera is a large YouTuber. I don't know if this really is him. Is this really him? Or is it someone who's taken their Storyfire stuff, which
Looks
is probably
to
more
me like it is.
and then repurposed it. So Kid Behind the Camera is a large YouTube channel here on YouTube, and he also posts his stuff on Storyfire. If Kid Behind the Camera is not associated with this channel, and I'm guessing it's not,
correct,
and he sees this, he can strike the entire channel down quickly.
Yeah.
It only takes 3, and then your channel's gone.
I think the telltale sign is that these are probably the thumbnails from that little play icon is probably the way Storyfire introduces them. So I agree. So I think doesn't sound like it's anything to do with
money for Uber Eats. Yeah.
I mean, that's funny, but beyond that, I mean, yeah, if that's your goal, please get me to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time so I can monetize somebody else's content. No, we're not agreeing with that. If we're wrong, we do apologize, but it doesn't look as if we are.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be
actually, one way to find out, if you go back to their about page, you'll see that it shows they're subscribed to Kid Behind the Camera. If you go to their channel, if that channel points to here, then we would know it's legitimate, right? So if we go to their about channel, and
big channel, yeah. Nope. I won't say so. I won't say so. Right, so let's pick another non-gaming channel, which might be a little more legitimate. 227. This one. Sorry if you did add anything to that conversation there, but we didn't like the look of it, if we're honest. So let's try this one, which is Gamer Arib Is this somebody who's submitted their gaming channel to the non-gaming form? I think it is. Or have I... Oh, no. I to be fair, I went to the wrong form. So this is correctly submitted. So we'll audit this channel. Folks, this is a gaming channel. And what do you reckon? Gamer Boy Arib, you started YouTube 4 months ago. You have 22 subscribers. Let's have a look at the chats. Am I just setting myself up for something that we just can't manage when the chat goes crazy? Anything in here now? Anyone want to talk about the channel? Thumbnails are very basic. I would agree with that. They tend to be either freeze frames, maybe. I think you're experimenting with a bit of text and trying to insert yourself into some of the thumbnails. But you haven't quite got there yet with that. Need better titles. I'd agree with that. Like, for example, not best play ever. Don't know what game you're talking about. PUBG only sniper challenge. Maybe add a little more intrigue into that one. Like how you did, or were you close to finishing it or not. Like this one's a little better that you include something like 0.01 chance of survival. Dan, what are you seeing, if anything?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, for me, the general advice of I would like to see this channel focused on one game, even though they did just start. I would always tell a channel if they're just starting to have some fun and kind of play around, learn about YouTube, learn how to make videos. So that's all good, but I would like this channel's goal to be focusing on one game, or at least one genre of game at the very most. And then custom thumbnails, they do need to be a little bit more refined. You've started to go there, but I think it's going to be tough, especially for your latest video. I almost wouldn't know that's Among Us if I was just scrolling through. It just kind of looks like the map of some game.
Nexus tells us that the channel logo is probably a little too difficult to see, which is a good point. Like,
yep.
I think your image is just filling up 25% of the whole channel icon, which is a good point.
Yep.
So let's move on to the next one. I'll try and get a non-gaming channel to audit this time. Which is going to be 317. Oops. Let me key that in properly. 317. This channel is, I think, about Lord of the Rings. The Istari. Okay, folks, start adding your thoughts here. The channel is 2 months old. And are approaching 100 subscribers, so not bad progress in the time that they've been on YouTube. Let's see, what do we think of this one? Any thoughts from you folks? So people saying they do love Lord of the Rings, so there is an audience. I'm seeing the comment here, too much going on, from Athlon Gaming. So I think you're referring to probably the text. The text is different in every single thumbnail, and when it's added, it's almost added like an afterthought, or it's just plonked somewhere on the thumbnail. It's very difficult to read often, not something you'd probably want to read. Any other comments, Dan and Travis, that you're picking up on here that we can see?
I've been looking. Thumbnails are everywhere. Yeah, thumbnails keep coming up over and over again.
Profile photo, somebody made, well, the channel icon as well. I can't tell what that is at all. So certainly something to maybe fix there. Good question here. Somebody's asking, is it about the movies or the books? So I think clearly identifying if you're following the adaptations or the source material, that's something interesting to maybe focus on.
Yeah, that is a... I mean, one of the videos is The Hobbit, book versus movie. So that could be an interesting direction to go as well.
Interesting one here in how maybe sometimes part numbers just don't help a video. Like Everything You Need to Know About Orcs Part 2 got 500 views. Everything You Need to Know About Orcs Part 1 hardly got any views. And so maybe you want to, especially the length of the videos, 4 minutes and 5 minutes, perhaps you could have just combined those two to make it a 10-minute video, which is probably a little more juicy for YouTube's algorithm to look at in terms of watch time. Something to consider there.
And are we just talking about orcs in general, or orcs as it relates to Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anything else from the comments here, or shall we move on to the next one? I think we're ready to move on to the next one, it looks like. So, thank you for your input there. The next channel we're going to look at is a gaming channel, and it is 396, and that channel is going to be another montage channel, I think, this one. So again, add your thoughts and comments in the chats. Sneaky, add in the subscribe link there. I have no idea how to pronounce that channel. I'm going to say Putine.
And that should be our first piece of advice.
It always would be for Travis, making it memorable and pronounceable, maybe.
Are you talking about PewDiePie? Because I've seen PewDiePie a couple times. Are you talking about? I'm trying to understand what's going on here. What are we doing?
I guess Travis has disappeared to check on the progress.
He's too famous right now. He doesn't need this anymore. He just retired because he got one YouTube viral video. It's great.
Hey, Savage, how you doing?
Doing good. I like poutine. I think it's something you get from Canada, right? It
is. It is actually fries with gravy and cheese, and it's disgusting. Yeah. The cheese is always horrible.
Love it.
Yeah, that's my personal thoughts on poutine. So, what do we got here? Savage is in the house. Thank you for the comment there. I'm sure people are just going to start commenting on Savage now rather than the channels, which is good. Dan, anything here for this channel, which I think is about Bed Wars, Sky Wars, and anything Minecraft related?
Yes, that's definitely a place to start, but you're not making a whole lot of videos. It looks like 3 months ago you went on a sprint, and you did something 2 months ago, and now nothing. So custom thumbnails for sure, and continue uploading content. There
we go. All right then. Well, welcome, Savage. I think we did restart the program for you since we've now received more Bitcoins. Not that many students this week, only 16, but if you want me to pick one of these, then go ahead. Sure.
I think it's always smart to find out who was the first person to sign up for it. Obviously, they clicked the wrong form, but that's all right. We're going to let them know about themselves today.
Now we must stress, this is a channel audit with a slightly alternative attitude towards it, since you have paid an extortionate fee to Savage for him to audit your channel, in inverted commas. Slightly. And this is Plondu. Savage.
That's like Klondike bars, but yellow. Let's see. Death Run Race, Fortnite Mega Jump, everything you want to know about Fortnite Chapter 2. Everything I want to know about Fortnite Chapter 2 is I'm never going to play the thing. I already know. I don't care about Fortnite anymore. That's very 2018. I think we're all about that Among Us, which ironically is from 2018. It's weird how that works. Isn't that interesting? A game from 2018 is more interesting than a game from, I don't know when the heck this game came out. What, 2017? Dan, you're the gaming expert. When did Fortnite come out? Wasn't a fortnight ago.
It was a long time ago, but it didn't start out the way it was. It was some other game in beta, and then eventually it became a battle royale.
I don't even understand anything you just said. Let's just talk a little bit about this video channel right here. Look, you've been doing this for how long? 5 months? So you haven't really spent a lot of time doing this. So, I mean, if you just go ahead and delete your channel, it's not the end of the world. You can do other things. There's McDonald's is still hiring. I know the one by me is, because I'm there every single day getting my double quarter pounder with cheese, baby. Let's go.
You know what I love about you, Savage, is that when we first come to a channel, you just start reading out the titles in a particular voice, like 20 death level, death race, everything you need to know about Fortnite Chapter 2. One type of gun only. Yeah, it's just a great way of.
That's my reading voice. That's what it is.
All right, let's take on. We'll take one more submission from you, Savage.
What's the latest one? Because that is another person that made a mistake.
Yeah. Okay then. We'll go to this chap here and Savage their channel, and they are called the Animal Megamind.
Megamind's that guy with the big brain, right?
Sure. Well, yeah.
Certainly doesn't have anything to do with this channel. That's for sure. This is a small brain channel right here. This is a very small brain channel. Disconnection sucks. Yes, indeed, and does. I wish I could disconnect your internet connection so you could never upload again. Why am I going to watch 27 minutes of a black screen with a little bit of text on it? That's not Jurassic World. I've seen Jurassic World. It didn't look nothing like that. I don't know why this clickbait stuff is on here. And listen, here's the thing. I hear TikTok is hiring. And they don't care about quality over there. So what
probably not for long.
You can put it up. I mean, I never know. You can take your channel over there and slice it up into 35-second increments and put it out there, and you might get a viral hit off of a black screen with some text on it. I'm just saying it's a little bit easier over there. These YouTube streets are no joke. You don't want none of this smoke. Just saying.
There is an element potentially of truth there. Let's move on to an actual channel that we're going to try and audit here. So Savage, you can offer your suggestions, but try and make them constructful. That's not even a word. I just made it up. Constructful. But yeah, here we go. Laser Soccer here, Dan. They've got 4 subscribers. They've got 2 videos in the week that they've been on YouTube. However, again, I'm a little concerned with, I'm just mousing over the thumbnails, and there seems to be a little bit of copyrighted content maybe going on here as I see it. And there's not much to go on here so far. Yeah, crazy goals. I don't think there's much original content being offered here potentially.
Yeah, I think it's going to take some time to kind of develop this channel, but they want to do news about soccer, so time to start making some videos.
I'm just sad there was no lasers in the soccer. I mean, that's what I was waiting to see, people with laser guns shooting each other as they're shooting goals. Oh, that would have been great.
You make a good point there, actually. No lasers in laser soccer. All right, then. This next channel looks to be one of those data visualization ones, but they call themselves the Pie Chart Pirate. So that's interesting. They are doing videos on data, such as the evolution of the music industry and size comparisons of economies, which is interesting. Now, I'm intrigued to click on these to see if it's different to the type of data visualizations we've been seeing over the past 12 months, which is mostly bar graphs. So I'm going to keep the music muted here. But okay, this is a slightly different approach to what we've been seeing. It's been flooded recently, though, so there's a bit of a barrier to entry here. But I mean, this is one of your breakout videos with 2,500 views, which is pretty cool. Is it going to make enough to make me subscribe? I'm not sure this style works, but I don't know. What do you two think? There's one here with 18,000 views of it. Yeah, there's some success here going on.
Just going to the thumbnails real quick, I would say there's way too much text. It looks like the entire title makes it into the thumbnail as well.
I almost think that you could probably dump the certainly the logo. I don't think it's really required or make it much smaller, because this little hint of a pie chart that you have, I think, is much more valuable, because that's what people are going to be seeing in the thumbnail. So include that. Yeah, Dan, good point.
Yeah, I think the thumbnails can be simplified quite a bit, and that may be a big difference right there for this channel.
He also should have named himself the Pie Rate.
Oh, nicely done there, Savage. Yeah, I agree with that.
If you were really savage, you would have done that, but you missed it.
There are some videos that are getting views here, though, which is nice work. So I think this unique approach to data visualization is your unique selling point, which is great. I think just sell that a little more in the thumbnails rather than the text, which I don't think, for me personally, is helping you out there. All right, I think we've got time for one more gaming channel, so let's jump into that. And it's going to be 170, and it looks a little like that's a long link. I hope that's safe. Let's try that.
The Adventures of Copying Pasting, featuring Rob from vidIQ.
Okay, Sam Redwin Plays here. Your channel banner is going to get sliced and diced on a mobile, so you want to fix that, because it'll end up saying Redwin Pla, I think, on a mobile. And Dan has a gaming channel. Ooh, putting subscribe buttons in the thumbnails, that's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, don't do that. Never do that.
Yeah.
Your thumbnails are very, very, very busy. There's text over text over text. There's text over characters. There's text over. There's subscribe buttons over the text. There's a lot going on, and I think that's going to be my homework for you, is to take a breath and make your thumbnail about the one thing your video is about.
Ooh, blimey.
They've gotten better.
Or it was
just text.
This is one channel. All right, so this is my suggestion. Next 5 thumbnails, try and not include any text at all, and see how that. Yep. See what the challenge is for you. Because these thumbnails, I don't want to click on them. They're actually putting me off clicking on the content.
And you were doing Minecraft for a bit. Now you're trying some Roblox / Among Us. I don't know who's looking for Roblox Among Us content, but it looks like there might be something there.
Yeah, there could be.
Tries to stick to something for a while, though. It looks like we're kind of testing too many things all at once. So definitely, and it looks like you might be doing daily videos. I would take some of that time. I said this earlier in the stream today. Family Fortunes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't know
Savage,
what
favorite program there, Family Fortunes?
Well, I don't know. What is that? Is that like Family Feud, but people get rich?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. So the American version is Family Feuds. Yeah.
No.
I
Family
said this
Food.
earlier-
I'm hungry too.
I said this earlier today, but I think instead of doing daily videos, take some of those days and study up. Study how to
agree.
proper thumbnails, do some
I
keyword
agree.
research, and upload less videos that are more impactful, more quality over quantity.
I agree with you there, Dan. And that brings us to the end of another raucous second hour of the vidIQ channel audits. Thank you very much for your attention here, and we really appreciate you spending 2 hours with us. And I'll remind you again, even if your channel wasn't audited today, we've talked about so many topics for creators that impact all sorts of channels. So you can try and apply some of the things that you've been learning from other channels to your channel, and hopefully those will make positive differences to your content. I don't know if Travis is maybe back here for a little bit. I just want to do a final video check on his video.
Hold on, he gave me access.
It's showing 9,000 views on.
He's got 35,000 views.
How many? Sorry.
35,000.
35,000 views. That is incredible. Well, congratulations to Travis, who I'm sure is just now jumping.
I saw him. He went to the bank right now.
There he goes. He's cashing in his ad revenue already. We're going to say goodbye now. So do let us know what the weather's like where you are right now as we say goodbye to you. As always, time is the most important currency on YouTube, and you've just spent a couple of hours with us. We hope you found it useful. Make sure you share your time effectively with your audience as well. And I'm going to say goodbye to the following people if you tell us what the weather is like where you currently are. Is anyone telling me? Yes, it's D2 Studios telling me it's sunny where you are. Geek Gen, it's cold for you, but goodbye. Chris is gamer, sunny there. Ties and Don, rainy for you. And, I think the pirate person was there, but I couldn't see what. Well, obviously it's going to be stormy for you, since you're on the high seas doing your data visualization. Sunny in Florida there for the Blue Marvel. Dan, who are you saying goodbye to?
Don't forget, you can keep the conversation going in the vidIQ Discord, vidIQ.com/Discord. It's linked down below.
Nice
it is
plug.
pretty sunny where and ever is. It's freaking cold in Colorado where Resist-A-Kill is. Boys, it says it's sunny. Let's see. We have stormy with Wealthy Cashier Plays. Wealthy Cashier Plays says it's stormy over there. Very dark in the UK. I don't think that's a weather condition.
That's true. That's the funniest thing you've said on live stream, Dan, and it's 100% true.
Rad Phoenix is cold. And that's it.
And then Savage, any final goodbyes?
Let's see, some video in New York from somebody, and then somebody else says they're held for review. It's sunny in Miami. Congratulations for that. Congratulations. And it's sunny where Little Tech is. That's great. And Octorios is back, whatever that means.
All right, thanks for coming back, Octorius, to say
all right.
goodbye. There we are. All right, then, folks, we'll see you next week. Make sure to like this live stream if you haven't done so already, and then share this live stream with fellow creators who may find it useful. We've got lots of links to lots of other things that vidIQ offers you, and we will see you tomorrow for the gaming live stream. If not, we'll see you for more awesome content on the channel. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and make an iPhone 12 video very quickly so that we can try and gouge some views out of that trending topic. Wave awkwardly, Savage, because we're going to the outro. Bye for now.